Okay, so this is my school car. I'm just showing you how I have got the L's placed on the car. Just come around to the front. It's a very dirty car. It's going to have a clean this afternoon in this beautiful sunshine. This one there on the bonnet. And we just move around finally to the last one on the side. Hello and happy Sunday to everybody. I haven't posted for ages. I've been meaning to make this video for ages because it's something that is really getting to me, and it is really important to get that message out there. But hey, it's a beautiful day out there. We've had a beautiful summer down here in Cornwall, and with that beautiful summer has brought down lots and lots of tourists. Okay, so as you know, I'm a driving instructor. I spend most of my days out on the road, obviously teaching young students, average age generally between sort of 17 and 20, so they're young. The thing I want to get across today, which is driving me mad, is the fact of people, particularly on roundabouts. Let's look at roundabouts. You've got young students, you've taken them out on their roundabout lesson. This is probably their first lesson, possibly their second lesson. And you're sitting there and you're teaching them, you're building up their confidence. So, you know, all they can see is traffic herring round from the right, and they've got so much to think about, and they're worried about when they pull away, they're going to stall, they're going to get it wrong. And you're really building up their confidence. You see a nice gap, you say, right, off you go. Now, they are not going to get away as quickly as an experienced driver. Obviously, it's going to take them a little bit longer. I have my car branded up, as you will see, with L's all visible. So from whatever angle a car, an oncoming car is coming from, they can see those L's. So there's no question about what's going on here. You've got a learner driver in a car learning a new skill at that particular time. So my student pulls out onto the roundabout, and the car coming round from the right is going too fast to start with, but also has not taken into consideration, although they can see the L's as clear as anything, that it's going to take just that little bit longer to get away. So what have they done? They've stood on their horn, really loud, really long, and then flew in behind us and sat about 2 inches from our tail. Now, in what universe is that acceptable behaviour? It's absolutely not. It's disgraceful behaviour, and from experienced drivers that should know so much better. Okay, you can see the L's, you know what those L's stand for. All you've actually done when you behave like that, and I'm not saying everybody does, this is, you know, I would like to say the minority. All you've actually done then is terrified the learner. You've made the instructor cross, you've terrified the learner. That learner, when they get to the next roundabout, is going to be even slower. They're going to make more mistakes. They're almost certainly going to stall because they're terrified that the same thing is going to happen again. And it's our job as instructors, we've got to build up that confidence again. So all you've actually done, if you were the person that stood on their horn, all you've done is make your life so much harder, because it's going to take even longer to get away. If you'd pulled away and you hadn't followed that learner to the exit that they've just taken, you've left that mess for another driver to have to sit behind, because another driver has now got to sit at the next roundabout while this learner desperately tries to gather themselves together and get their confidence back. So it just doesn't help, and I don't understand why people do it. It makes me so angry and upset, and it really does hold the learners back. So please, if you can see, that's exactly why I have red L's on my doors. I don't just have them at the front and the back, because I understood, I quickly realised that, yeah, okay, people are hooting because all they can see is a blank car that's pulled out too slowly in front of them. And I get that that's annoying. There's still no reason to sit on your horn. People make mistakes, everybody makes mistakes. Any experienced driver that tells you that they never make mistakes are liars, complete liars. We all make mistakes, end of story, but we just hope that they're not dangerous mistakes. We try and make sure they're not dangerous mistakes. But I could understand that. I could see that, you know, there's no, they can't see the red L on the back or the front of the car. Hence the reason I started putting L's on both my doors, so that people coming in from the side can see. If you see that red L, please just realise it's going to take a little bit more time. Okay, you were all learners once, we were all learners, and the last thing, I don't know if you ever remember, I remember being hooted as a learner even though it was 1,000 years ago. But my God, it gave you the fright of your life, and it really, really put you off. So please have a little bit more patience. If you see a learner pull out in front of you and their gap is a little bit too small, understand they're learning. They're not experienced drivers, they're learning. That's why they're with an experienced instructor who is trying to build that confidence and teach them how to move away safely in these gaps. So please, please, please just take that on board. Another thing I wanted to say is also thank you to drivers who see learners waiting to turn sometimes, maybe to take a right turn so they're crossing across the oncoming traffic. And you get lovely people that come in and they slow down and they start flashing from quite far back, and then sometimes they'll come to a stop. Now, it's a lovely gesture. However, a lot of people, when they do it, then expect that learner to react as quickly as an experienced driver would do so. So therefore, oh, that car coming towards me is letting me go, bam, off I go. That's not going to happen with a learner driver. They see it, they check it, they ask if it's okay, they then process. It takes them so much longer, particularly when they're new. Coming towards their test, yes, of course they're going to move away quicker, but still not as fast as an experienced driver that's been driving for many years. So please, if you're one of those lovely drivers that thinks, oh, I'm going to let that learner across because they've clearly been waiting a long time, please give them that extra bit of time, because what often happens is the learner will just be thinking, oh my, okay, they've just got themselves ready to go. They're just about to pull. And the driver that stopped to let them go has thought, oh, well, they're obviously not going. They've taken too long. And then they start to move forward, and then it all gets really confused. So either, thank you very much, that's lovely, that lovely gesture, stop to let that learner pull across and give them that extra time. It is going to take them longer. Or maybe think, I probably won't stop for that learner because it might put them under a bit of pressure. They're going to take ages to move away. I'll just carry on. They'll get themselves sorted. They've got their instructor. Okay, so just a couple of little rants there. It does drive me mad because I'm out all day, and it is so much worse in holiday season. And I think one of the reasons for that is that obviously, you know, we live in a rural area down here. It's quite a different style of driving. It's actually quite a dangerous style for people that live in a city and don't know how these roads work. But I guess further up country, up towards London, all the busier places, the city places, there's lots more traffic. Everything's happening really, really fast. So your reactions have to be quicker, you know, and you're used to that kind of pace. But when you come down on holiday, slow down to our pace a little bit. You know, there's no rush. You're on holiday. And just please bear in mind that our learners have as much right to learn and be on the road as yours do further up country. So I'm not targeting anybody in particular. I'm just saying as a whole, as experienced drivers, please remember how it was for you, and bear in mind that these guys, they'll move on so much quicker if they're given a little bit of respect out there and a little bit of learning time, because that's what it's all about, so that we as instructors can put young people out on the road that are safe and confident. We don't want to put people out on the road that are terrified of being hooted and goodness knows what else. So please just take a little bit of time. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. Bye for now.